I can remember when she spotted her first VW Beetle. She was in the Costco parking lot on my shoulders looking for her mom who was meeting us there. She asked what kind of car was that and if it was her mom. I laughed and I told her it was a VW Beetle and that there was no way that would be her mom, as her mom hated Volkswagens, having owned a Jetta years ago that had her on a first-name basis with a tow truck driver. Payton decided then that she wanted one and that we should get one. She was just barely 3 years old that spring. August rolled around and we needed a second car, and Payton practically begged us to get a Beetle. I figured to humor her, and we looked online for some, and found a black one not too far away. Before we knew it, we owned this 1998 Volkswagen Beetle, and immediately the bond between this car and the child was great. It was less than a week later when she was referring to it as Zippy, the name her and her mom came up with due to the car's zippy feel when they drove it. Over time, Zippy proved to be a decent car, although one with a few quirks. The car would accelerate on its own on the freeway, and the radio would play songs that Payton requested almost on command. If one didn't know better, they would really think this car was a living thing and a friend to a 4-year-old that would hug the car, wash the dirt and mud off the car, give the car gifts, even go outside at night and give it a hug and kiss goodnight. Alas, Zippy is not a new car, and like many cars of this age, time and rust is starting to have its way with Zippy. We have approached the thought of getting rid of Zippy to Payton, and the thought has brought her to tears. Even though she has experienced the loss of pets and family members, this car is more like her best friend. When asked what we should do when Zippy no longer runs or becomes unsafe, our solution is to park him on the lawn so she can keep him forever. Zippy should have been replaced a while ago, but I made a promise to keep him around for as long as I could, and after all this time of having him, I catch myself talking to Zippy. I thank him for starting on cold mornings. After 3 months of his power steering not working, it magically fixed itself, and I found myself thanking him for that. I see the charm in this rough around the edges Beetle that we only own because our daughter begged for the car she fell in love with. Even my wife's hatred for the VW brand was pushed aside by her love for her daughter and wanting to do something simple that would make her happy. I guess VW Beetles grow on you, as last winter we took a road trip to Lake Placid, New York together so we could get my wife a newer and nicer car, a 2001 VW Beetle. Her name is Elsa.